Channel of RD Automation Learning. So in this video, I'll be telling you about the few of the points that you should notice at your workplace so that you can come to know whether your IT firm, whether your company or the organization in which you are working is getting restructured or not. Many a times people don't get these signs, they don't understand these signs, and they live in the dilemma that their job is secure, it is stable, but ultimately what happens is they would get some email or they would get some surprises. So today we would be discussing in detail which are the few of the points that you should notice at your workplace about your companies, that it is being restructured and that too in a positive manner or in a negative manner. So those we will see. And before that, I would also like to tell you about one of the package of testing digital products. So this package contains 18 products. It has got various products like roles and responsibility of manual tester, testing interview questions, rest assured interview questions and answers, automation testing interview questions, Capgemini, and Apple test automation interview questions and answers. Few of my subscribers got an opportunity to give the interview at companies like Apple, EPAM. So you can go through these questions and it's a packaged based product. So it would be available somewhere in the cost of 630. Whereas if you club all the prices together, it would be more than 800. So let's see now about this video, the topic. So when you would come to know that your IT firms or your organizations are restructuring, so sometimes you have to understand these kind of things. So if you see there is less workload or there are less responsibilities for you in the company, earlier 6 months prior, maybe you were working uh, on different testing, for example, automation, as well as you were doing some sort of manual. But these days you are just doing manual, or these days you are just doing automation. The workload has reduced. Earlier you were working for 8 to 10 hours. Now you are working just for 4 hours, and 4 hours you have been told to just go through some of the Udemy course or go through some of the trainings and get us yourself upgraded. So those are the signs. Maybe you will be moved to the bench, or the responsibilities will be reduced, or you might be laid off as well. Sudden budget cuts. Now, this thing also can occur when the client's projects are no longer there, or some of the product-based companies. Let's say, let's take an example of any product-based company. They will have some products, but if those products are not doing well outside, what they will do? They'll lay off the people. For example, let's take an example of Amazon company. They had some devices which were launched in the market, but they were not doing well. And then what they did is they laid off nearly 150 members from their device team. Then, similar to those examples, you can take of Google as well. When ChatGPT got introduced, Google was not that much used and it was getting impacted, so it laid off. So there are budget cuts happening within the company due to the less demand of their products. Colleagues being let go. Let's say you have some colleagues who are very senior, who are good at technical, they have got good product knowledge, but they are still not retained. They resign and then the company allows them to move away or leave the company. They are not being retained. They are allowed to let go. Then that is also one of the sign that your firms, that your IT company is getting restructured and it might not be doing well. External hiring freezes. So there is a time in the company when there is no hiring done in the external from the external side, like from outside of the market, they are not doing any kind of a hiring. They're not hiring anyone. They're just shifting the employees within the company internally from one project to another project to compensate for the less number of employees. And there are no more people hired from outside. And that's again a big risk. So when you don't do any hiring outside, then it will create a lot of pressure on the internal employees because they have to manage both the work. They are working for one project at the same time. They might have to manage for another project as well. Those things can happen. Frequent organizational changes. There are frequent changes in the organization level, maybe at the management side, maybe at the seniority level, maybe at the team size, maybe at the team member side. There is also one of the problem, there is also one of the instinct that you can get, a gut feeling from which you can get that your idle firms are restructuring, and that's where you can be targeted or you might be into the limelight. And another thing is about the performance review. When your manager is conducting performance review maybe every week, and that's also not a good sign because they will be definitely going behind you and they'll be trying to make sure that They highlight few of the problems, they highlight few of the uh, negative things in your work, and they get some reasons to lay you off. Those things can also happen, right? So these are few of the things that you should, these are few of the symbols that you should understand, signs that you should understand at your workplace, at your company, whether your company is doing good or not, and your IT firms are getting restructured or not. So that's it about that was the agenda of covering this particular topic in this video, because many a times I have met with few of the people, they don't understand why they got laid off, why this thing happened. After that, they'll come to know, yeah, there was a change. I got an email 15 days back for this. So those kind of signs you should understand, right? So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and stay tuned for more updates.